Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into the channel. My name is Nick Eden. Welcome to episode 7 of Morning Cup of Merch. Here's the problem. I don't have my coffee this morning. And it's raining. So, this seems like it's going to be an interesting day. Nonetheless, it's okay. So, on yesterday, I did a little bit of a rant about people talking about Merch Informer, just that whole nine. And I did apologize in the video because I always try to make sure that I put some type of value in the videos that I put up on YouTube and the podcast and everything. And yesterday was more of a rant. Now, I do think to some degree it probably afforded some type of value to people who were on the fence, hopefully. But nevertheless, I got a question about something I said in the video, which was most of us aren't going past page 4 when we're researching. And I asked, well, what do you mean by that? And I said, okay, you know what? This is an opportunity to actually bring that value. What I mean by not going past page 4, when you go to Amazon.com and you go into do some research. Let's say, and I just did this morning, so this is fresh on my mind. You put in Beto O'Rourke t-shirt. You're gonna get about 720 results. So somebody's probably looking at that and saying, you know what, man, that's under 1,000 results. With some good keywords and a little niche down, I can probably get in here and make some good sales on this. And you can do that. But I think there's one very important part that's missing. Because you'll go through, and we tell people all the time, hey, got to rank on that first page. You got to rank on that first page. If you don't rank on that first page, you're not going to get a lot of sales. So generally, we won't go past page 4 when we're looking at the search results. And when you're going through there, you see, oh man, this has got some decent BSR. Even the ones on page 3 and 4 got decent BSR, and this, that, and the third. Okay, cool. I can get into this. Never going past page 4, because once you hit page 5 or page 6, you're gonna then see it goes from 700 some odd results to over 3,000. Now, do I work at Amazon? No. Do I know the complete process as to why that is? Absolutely not. I can only make a guess, and that guess has kind of served me well when I'm picking out niches. There are a couple parts to it. The first part, and this is maybe one of the reasons that they really are cracking down on the keyword stuffing, because once you get past page 4, you do start to see a few things that make no sense. This is not a t-shirt, Yeah. But then in addition to that, not going past page 4 is doing yourself a disservice, because you may see some other niche down versions of that Beto O'Rourke t-shirt. Let me give you an example. So, once again, in the South, I have no idea who this lady is. She just waved for no apparent reason, so I have to wave back. But, so let's say you get into that page 5, that page 6, and instead of just plain old Beto O'Rourke t-shirts, you may see Beto O'Rourke supporter living in Mississippi, or LGBT pride for Beto O'Rourke, bet on Beto in California. So just as soon as you see somebody waving, now there's an ambulance passing by. This is my morning. Hopefully whoever is in there is okay. I really do hope so. But yeah. So African Americans for Beto, Hispanics for Beto, Asian Americans for Beto. Once you get past that, you can really start seeing, because yes, on one hand you can say, well, that's on page 5 and page 6. It's not pinging for that keyword. But understanding Amazon, you have to understand that you can ping for different search terms, right? So You might not be on the first page for Beto O'Rourke t-shirt, but you may very well be on the first page for Beto O'Rourke Texas shirts, Beto O'Rourke Mississippi shirts. You know, there's so many different ways that you can rank, which is why I think that testing on AMS is important, and that's a whole nother video. But I think that's important because you can actually see which words and which search terms your shirts are pinging for. And then that will give you more of an understanding of, hey, you know what, it's not just this main keyword that I'm getting search results for. And it'll help you sell more. But I think it starts in the research aspect first. And by starting in the research aspect, you have to be willing to really dig into all of the pages. Now, if there are 500 pages, I can't expect everybody to go and do that. And everybody isn't. And you know what? That's a good thing for some, because if you're willing to put in the work and the research to go that much further, then you'll more than likely find success. I'll go back to what I said earlier. Now, personally, I wouldn't do a Beto O'Rourke t-shirt right now. I'm not running ads as of right now. Have I taken a hit because of it? Yes, I have. But I've just come to find out over the last few days, where I've been auditing not only my account, but my process within Merch by Amazon and print on demand overall, and how I'm doing things. And I've just come to realize, even though it is necessary, that I've relied too heavily on AMS to provide these sales for me. So with that being said, is what I was saying a few videos back, I'm trying to get back to the basics of merch. And so, and I've seen a drop, like, you know, numbers have been down. I will be honest, numbers have been down in the sense of, obviously no one is where they were at Q4. Some people maybe, but for the most of us, you know, majority of us, not really. But the way I look at it is, yeah, my numbers are about half of what they were at the height of 2019. But at the height of 2019, so far, I was running AMS and running a lot of AMS. Whereas now, what I'm doing is 100% organic. So even with it being half, I'm still taking the data that I've had from my AMS, and I'm applying that to my keywording now and seeing what the organic results are. And it's basically so that I'm giving myself till May 1st. When May 1st comes back around, when May 1st comes around and I do start advertising again, I've not only built up a stronger catalog based on the data I have from previous AMS, based on testing from just putting these shirts out organically, and I feel like when May hits, I'm gonna crush it. Now, everybody might not think the same way as me, and everybody might think, Nick, that's a stupid, thing. Just keep running AMS, change your bids up, and all that, everything. And that's wonderful. This is me and my process, which is why I tell everybody, your merch journey is your merch journey. This just so happens to work for me. Now, why do I say all that? I say all that because I wouldn't necessarily do a Beto O'Rourke shirt, not because of the 3,000 results. Even if it was the original 720 results that I saw, I wouldn't do a Beto O'Rourke shirt right now. Part of this is me not fooling myself and me saying, let me find low competition niches. And I took a bit of this from, if you guys have not followed them on Instagram, Detour Shirts. They have a really, really good page, really, really good YouTube channel. But it's made me retool how I'm searching for new niches. And I still have my main niches that I sell in consistently, and that's wonderful. But when I'm looking at a new niche, I'm looking for less than 500, results for that particular keyword anyway. But less than 500 results. But in addition to that, I'm looking for a certain amount of shirts on page 1 to be under 800,000 BSR. And I'm looking for a certain amount of shirts on page 2 to be under 1.5. It's just looking at the BSR themselves, understanding it, and guessing the frequency, of the sales. And we can all speculate, but until we're on the back end of Amazon, we don't really know. But in any sense, that's kind of my process now. And I've been able to find some really good niches that I had no clue would really be like that. Some stuff that it's also made me do a lot more research into things that I have a personal interest in and finding a connection between them. So, and the sales have come a lot faster. They've indexed a lot faster, and it may just be one or two starting off, but I can think of one in particular. The night before last, I literally uploaded this shirt onto the UK market at like 12:30. When I woke up at 6, I already had a sale. So it's working for me. It's working for me. So, but the research part of it is going to be essential. I'm not going to go on too much more about research. I did want to say really quickly, guys, when it comes to this whole keyword stuffing thing, and I've talked about it on the podcast, guys, we got 30 days. It's okay. Like, I understand. Let's be honest for a second. Keyword stuffing works. It does. It's not long term. And at this point, merch is finally getting to the point where they're going to crack down on it. So ask yourself this. Is it worth losing my account? And if it's not worth losing your account, just go ahead and change them. Stop keyword stuffing. Find a better way. What's going to happen is I feel like they're going to deactivate a lot of shirts, and a lot of space is going to be opened at that point. So for me, it would be advantageous to go ahead and make sure that your keywords aren't stuffed, so that when a lot of those shirts come down that are selling, the other shirts are going to come there to replace them. That's just my thought on it. That's all I've got for today, guys. Take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.